So, a while back during our leadership traits series, we talked about the idea of integrity, the most important of all the leadership traits. The idea that you, as a guild leader, rate leader, officer, manager at work, team leader, whatever, someone in a leadership position, that you want your people that work for you, that raid for you, that are in your guild, that are on your team, to know that the words that come out of your mouth are truthful, and the actions that you do have the best and most honest and truest of intentions, that they know that you have their back, that they know that you're telling the truth, that you're looking out for their welfare, and how detrimental it can be if your guild members, your raid members, your team members, those people that you that work for you, if they believe that you're not telling the truth, if they have even the slightest hint of thinking that dude's full of crap, that dude's a liar, that dude doesn't have my best interest at heart, that dude is looking out for number one, himself, not his team. And we talked about the ramifications of this. However, today I want to kind of flip it around. I want to talk about what is known as an individual contributor, a raider, a person that comes to work 8 to 5, that shows up, that isn't in a leadership position. How important is trust? How important is integrity when it comes to that individual? And I can tell you from a leadership perspective, both as a guild leader, as a raid leader, and as a manager in a big company, it's very important. So what I will tell you guys today is that we had a member on my team. For those of you that maybe haven't heard or maybe missed the video, haven't gotten to it, I am a manager for a group of technicians at a very large insurance company. That's actually more than I think I've ever said. So my team has about 10 people on it. And we got this new guy a couple of years ago, and he was very promising, very gung-ho, very, let's knock some crap out. Let's get tickets done. Let's get things fixed. Let's improve the environment. And I loved it. It was great because he wanted to get work done. He wanted to jump in and do projects. He was a great employee. However, he brought an idea to my attention. He said, hey, I have written a series of scripts, and my team and a lot of IT groups use scripts to automate or to assist in doing their work, right? If it makes it easier, for us, for the user, whatever the case might be, hell yeah, let's use it. So he said, hey, I've written a whole bunch of these scripts. I'd like to use them. And I said, cool, let's take a look at them. Let's see what they do. I'm going to need to see the code, obviously. And we may have to run it against the security team because, like I mentioned before, we are a large insurance company. We are servicing a lot of people throughout the world. We need to make sure that our data is secure. There's policies in place. There's rules and regulations. There's government regulations. And I don't need, nor do I want, the headache of having to make that call or getting a call saying, hey, because of this one script, however likely or unlikely it might be, but because of this one script that one of your guys, used, customer data is out in the environment. That would be horrible for the customers. It'd be a career ender for me, right? I'd have to go find another job. And of course it would be bad for him. And so we looked at it, we ran it against the security team, and they gave the thumbs down. They said, look, we like it, code looks good, it's very clean, but it's doing some things, it's accessing some data, it's putting it out in unencrypted formats that we just can't use. So I relayed this to him, a couple of days later, once we got the results back. Hey man, here's the deal, can't use it, security team says that, it's unencrypted data, it's not going to fly. And I instructed him, get rid of the scripts. Come to find out, a couple of weeks later, he had not gotten rid of the scripts. Not only that, he had been actively using these scripts. He had been doing them behind my back without telling me. I happened to walk by his desk one day, see the scripts open, asked him what he was doing. He said, hey, I'm altering this script. I've been using it. He kind of told on himself. And there was a much bigger issue at play here. We found out Some of the other scripts that the guys have written that have since been updated, we have them on a big share drive that everybody can get to. This young technician decided to make a local copy, edit some of the things in the scripts, and save it to his machine, and that's the script that he was using. Meanwhile, one of my other technicians had updated it, had increased some features, had made some changes, some bug fixes, all these things. And once again, he was using the wrong script. There have been instances where this guy, and like past tense when I'm saying this, where he has had issues with processes, so he's just completely ignored them. For whatever reason, he didn't think that the process was the right way to handle things, so he decided, I'm not going to worry about it, right? I'm going to do my own thing, hell to the process, even though it's gotten the thumbs up from all the managers, above me, security team, all this stuff. Everybody's good with it. Screw it. Fuck it. We'll just do whatever we want. And it created this issue for a while where anything he did, anything he said, we didn't believe him. We were unsure when he said, I'm working on this, or per your request, I stopped working on this because of the reasons that you gave, i.e. the scripts. We didn't know if he was full of crap. And we don't have to worry about it anymore because the issue's been taken care of. But what I want to stress to you guys is this. It doesn't matter, if we look at the leadership traits and we go through all of them, the 14 leadership traits, 11 leadership principles, yes, they are incredibly important when it comes to being a leader. But some of these things, a lot of these things are just being a good person. And especially when it comes to integrity, where once my fellow technicians had figured out what this guy was doing, and we are a very tight knit group of people. I mean, like I said, it's anywhere between 9 to 10 of us. We know what's going on in the room. So if one of us gets called out for something, if I pull a guy aside and walk him over to the other edge of the room to have a chat with him real quick, people can see it. And they figured out very quickly, this guy is doing his own thing. This guy is, doing things that he's being asked not to do, that he should not be doing, that are compromising the team, that are compromising him, that just aren't good. That just simply put are not good to do. And the rest of the team stopped trusting him. They didn't believe, when he said, here's a better process, or I'll help you with this, or here's the fix. They simply did not believe him. And it was bad. It's bad for the team. It's bad for the individual, bad for management, bad for the work environment, or raid environment. It's just all around bad. So what I encourage you guys to do here, tell the truth. It sucks sometimes, right? Who screwed up this poll? It was me. I wasn't paying attention. I auto shot the boss. Whatever. Hey, who screwed up this project? It was me. I didn't do this thing correctly and we screwed it up. Whatever the case might be, tell the truth. Because once you start lying, people won't believe you. Doesn't matter if you're a guild leader, raid leader, manager, you're the brand new guy, you're the most senior or junior technician out there. It doesn't matter. Once people start thinking you're full of shit, you're full of shit regardless. So that's my advice to you guys. If you like what I'm saying, you guys know what to do. If you don't like what I'm saying, let me know in the comments below. Again, you know what to do. And until next time, guys, I'll see you.